How's it going? I am Chris, and the goal of my channel is to show you how I designed my life around ultimate freedom, financial freedom, physical freedom, locational freedom, and mental freedom. I'm definitely not here to try and be some sort of like guru or sell you on some sort of get rich quick scheme. And I'm definitely not here to tell you to quit your job, because I myself still work a 9 to 5. So that would be a bit hypocritical of me to tell you to quit your job. End of the day, I'm just here to show you how I design my life around financial freedom, physical freedom, locational freedom, and mental freedom. So if that sounds of interest to you, you've come to the right place. So why do I choose freedom over money? Originally when I was, newer into my career, I thought that money was the way to achieve ultimate freedom. And don't get me wrong, money definitely matters. It is definitely important, definitely alleviates a lot of financial stress, and does open doors for you, in like the business realm and the investing realm. But if you're just focused on money at the end of the day, you are going to sacrifice your time, your energy, your health, and the location on earth in which you live. So for me, being able to break out of the time suck of chasing money, the mental strain of chasing money, and just the locational lockdown of being in an office building and then at my townhouse, trying to get and achieve that ultimate freedom, chasing money was not the only thing that was going to allow me to get there. I wanted the ability to, if one of my buddies was in town, I wanted the ability to drop everything and go snowboard with them. Or if it was a rare East Coast powder day, I wanted to be able to go and hit the slopes, whether it was Saturday, Sunday, or Tuesday. Also, my wife and I, we love to travel. So if we wanted to plan a cross-country road trip and leave in the morning, I wanted the ability to be able to leave in the morning and not have to worry about going into an office the next day. So I wanted that ability as well, and that freedom as well. And then I also wanted the ability to tell my boss if they were trying to make me go into the office at any point, whether it's 1 day a week or 5 days a week. I wanted the freedom to be able to tell them politely, no, I'm not going to do that. So, and obviously you need to be able to do that. You need finances to be able to, or money in the bank to be able to do those things. So that is where money, I find useful. I use it as a tool now to live the life I want to, rather than just like trying to, think of it as like a scoreboard of how good am I doing against the competition of other, people in this capitalistic society. So my objective now is to chase ultimate freedom rather than how many digits do I have in my Robinhood account. So for me, I'm trying to make wealth fit into my life rather than my life to be centered around wealth. So for everything I do, I'm trying to make money support the life I actually want to live rather than having money trap me in a life that I don't necessarily want to live. So for me, I really like to focus on long-term investing over short, quick wins. I like to try and do boring, simple systems that are going to compound over time. And I really, really focus on, anyone that knows me personally, I really focus on avoiding lifestyle creep that is just going to steal your time at the end of the day. I've set up systems in my life that will work whether I'm tired, distracted, or just out trying to live my life, whether that be snowboarding, road tripping, or crawling around in in caves. If you're new to my channel, you might think that my content is extremely random, which it kind of is. I have everything from business to real estate to investing to traveling to snowboarding, paintballing, caving, reaction videos, podcast interviews. I've got a lot of different stuff on here. And I think showing all these different aspects of my life is really a way to show you that I was able to, achieve that ultimate level of freedom. And I do know, and something involved with being able to achieve that type of freedom is risk. There is risk associated with a lot of the stuff I do on this channel, whether it be real estate, business, snowboarding, caving, you name it, they all have their own inherent risk, right? So whether it be investing in the market. What happens if the stock market tanks overnight, goes down 20%? Or real estate, what if my tenants don't pay on time? Or what if they trash my property? Or if it's snowboarding, what if I crash and hurt myself? Or what if I'm in a cave and there's a flash flood and the whole cave fills with water? Obviously, all of these things have risk associated with them. But for me, I look at everything in my life through kind of the same lens as I do in the business world, which is, if something goes wrong, will I just be uncomfortable or will it be catastrophic? All right. Kind of that risk reward metrics. I say it with my wife all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's a low risk, high reward. Let's do it. Or maybe that's a high risk, very low reward. Let's step away from it. So that's why I don't avoid risk entirely, because if you're avoiding risk entirely, you're not going to get anywhere in life. So for me, I'm not trying to avoid risk. I'm just trying to take calculated and educated risk. So, going back to those examples, if the market crashes overnight, well, hopefully I'm diversified enough to where I can ride that out. And hopefully I have enough cash reserves where I can maybe dump a little bit more money into the market while it's down. Or what if my tenants don't pay on time? Or what if they trash my properties? Well, hopefully I've done the due diligence up front in my leases to where I can take care of those situations. Same with snowboarding or caving. Am I doing enough research ahead of time so that I'm not getting myself into dicey situations? And do I have people with me, or have I learned from people around me that have educated me enough or able to get me out of those scary situations? So for me, life is all about having enough margin. And margins not only financially, but also physically, locationally, and mentally. So what is this channel and what is it not? This channel is definitely not going to be me trying to flex about how much money I have or trying to teach you some get rich quick scheme. That is not what I'm trying to do. The goal of this channel is to talk to you guys about how I approach money and my mindset around it, how I designed my career and my investment strategies for long-term freedom, how I avoid burnout, how I use freedom to actually live the life I want to live. And I'm also trying to not just show my perspective, I'm also trying to get other people on the channel and show them living a life of ultimate freedom in the way that they want to. So whether it be doing podcast interviews, whether it be doing tours of different businesses, I'm trying to show off not just my ultimate freedom and lifestyle. I want to show you other people that have been able to achieve that as well. So some of my videos will be very practical, step by step. This is how I do X, Y, and Z. Some will be more philosophical, where I'm just kind of talking about the way that I look at the world. And then others will be just me actually living the life of freedom that I've been able to set up for myself. So whether it be snowboarding on a random day of the week, or crawling in a cave, or paintballing, at the end of the day, I'm trying to not just show you how I got there, but also show that if you want to have it, you can do it, because I was able to do it. So that's really what my goal is of this channel. So who is this channel for, and also who's this channel not for? If you are looking for a channel that's all about hype and shortcuts and, how to get rich quick, that's not going to be this channel. On the flip side though, if you're trying to build a life where you're able to be financially free, if you're trying to be able to be physically fit and not be tied back by health issues and constraints, if you're trying to not be tied down to a specific location, you want that location freedom, and if you want mental freedom and mental clarity, that's really what I'm going to be trying to educate you all on, and also trying to perfect for myself, because I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, but that's really what my goal of this channel is. So if that's something that interests you, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll stick around for more videos to come. Peace.